Back, everyone. Well, they strive to be the best, get the best out of others. Members of an organization called Leadership Toledo, comprised of an adult branch and a youth division. We have representatives from each age group in studio this morning. David Schlaudecker is here. He's from the, I think you'd guess from the adult division, right?
I pretty much am.
And Marla Kumor, a senior at St. Ursula Academy from the youth division. Great to have you both on the program to talk about Leadership Toledo for the first time on Conklin Company. And folks may not totally understand what this agency is all about. David, I'll let you start first.
Let's fix that.
Yeah,
we are a nice, simple organization of 3 employees, and our goal is to try and get people to know and understand Northwest Ohio, love their community, and learn how to serve it better. Perhaps as board members, perhaps through their churches, perhaps through their community organizations, a Cherry Street Mission. We want people to love it and want to help, and that's what we do. We have a year-long program for our adults, and we send them a day a month and teach them about one aspect of the community each month. They do a service project, and we thought, this works so well, why don't we do it for sophomores in high school?
Sure.
So we do it for sophomores in high school, and that's where Marla went through that program 2 years ago. And then we have another program for juniors and seniors that we run for the Toledo Community Foundation that teaches them about philanthropy, how to spell it, what it is, how to raise money smartly, how to give it away well. And then our last program that we've added is part of the Jefferson Awards that we're very much partnered with TV 13 and working on bringing it to the high school level. And this year we're so excited because that program, we have 31 schools involved in Northwest Ohio. And this year we're certain that our students will perform over 210,000 hours of volunteer time in our community. And we're just delighted with that. That's what we do.
Yeah, and that's where Marla comes in here. Marla,
All
you're
3
going to go to Washington as the regional representative, right, of the Jefferson Awards here with a chance to become a national winner. So congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so you found out about this as a freshman or sophomore at St. Ursula?
As a freshman.
Okay, and how did it come to be where you got involved in Leadership Toledo?
My counselor asked me if I would like to apply to be in this program because she thought that I demonstrated leadership skills among my classmates, and I applied and I got accepted into the program by the board. And then we went through a year of learning how to do leadership skills and implementing that into our lives and in our schools. And then after that, when you graduate, you can get involved in YIPPY, which is Youth in Philanthropy Encouraging Excellence, which is juniors and seniors.
Yeah,
They named it.
Yeah. So
Excited.
give us, if you can, a snippet of what these years have been like in reaching out to the community, volunteering, helping to make our area a better place. So what, we don't have a lot of time, but if you can, go into that.
With Youth Leadership Toledo, I became aware of many needs in our community that needed help and that needed youth help. And so with that, we were able to do a project. There was a group in each YLT, and we did our own projects to help out the community in some way. And then with
A project
YIPPY,
like what, Marla?
my group, they collected old computers and gave them to elderly organizations that can use them and teach them how to use certain computers because they don't always have that technology.
Yeah, we older folks, we're not as sharp on technology. So you reach out in that way, right?
Yes.
Okay, and you expand. How many students involved in the youth division of Leadership Toledo, would you say?
With YLT, there is around 50 sophomores. And then in YIPPY, there is about 30 to 40.
So
Juniors and seniors.
Quite a few. And David, I want to talk about the let's say events. What they are, I guess they are events. Restaurant Week. That's a Leadership Toledo driven happening that's now in its 3rd year. Explain how you got involved in that.
We wanted to have something that brought the community together and help raise money because we don't charge tuition for any of our youth programming. So we have to raise the money to do it, and basically we have to raise somewhere around $150,000 a year to run the youth programs.
A lot of money.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
And the Free Press actually came to us and said, can you, we'd like to be a sponsor. What do you think would work? And we came up with this idea that other cities do. We weren't doing it in Toledo. We talked to the Restaurant Association. They said, give it a shot. And we went from a couple restaurants the first year to 27 this last year. It was very successful. And we're already planning our next one. We're good to go.
Yeah, it really was. We're just wrapping this up the last couple of weeks, right? I mean,
it's all done now. It's over.
Yeah.
It was 10 days of exhausting time for
and a lot of eating.
We're looking at pictures from Zinful, and that's the best Scottish egg you'll ever have. It's terrific.
Zinful out in Waterville.
In Waterville,
on Dutch Road.
on Dutch. So that was excellent. And then our other major fundraiser is the big breakfast we had last weekend, a community event breakfast. We had over 500 people there and raised over $75,000. So the community does help support us. Half of our fundraising got taken care of in one day.
If somebody wants to get involved, say, well, this sounds like a fantastic organization. I have a little bit of time, and maybe I have, you don't have to have resources, but if you just have it in your heart, I think, to give back, this is a great organization to join. So what should folks do?
It's easy to find us, leadershiptoledo.org, or just Google us, or Facebook us, or Twitter us. I'm not sure about the Twitter,
This is where
but
Marla comes in.
yeah, definitely. Our students take care of that for us.
When are you going to Washington, Marla?
It's the end of June.
And we have 4 other representatives from the Toledo area.
One of our 4 adults who were selected as our finalists in Northwest Ohio will also be going, and it's just an unbelievable, extraordinary experience to be around people from all over the countries and students from all over, and find out that you're as good or better than they are. And last year, our students from Springfield were one of the top 3 in the country, which is really exciting for the youth programs. And we think St. Ursula has all the potential to be in the very top. They've done a great job. They're on fire about it, and their video is extraordinary. So we're super excited for them.
Well, congratulations.
We're not putting pressure on
No,
them.
no pressure at all. But
No pressure.
you must win. No. I want to get a cross-section or get a pulse of who's in the organization, if you can, the adult
Our
division here,
adults
David.
run the gamut of reasonably soon out of college to super seniors, and some older than I am, which is really shocking. Probably our norm is in the 30s, low 40s, and they're from all walks of life. We have some companies, law firms, banks, accounting firms, architects who want somebody in the class every year. So we do somewhere between 40, 45 people in the class, sometimes a little more. And try and excite them about Northwest Ohio, which is not hard. When you're exposed to it, you say,
Absolutely.
hey, this place is great.
How much time to become an active member, would you say, of Leadership
Somebody to go
Toledo?
through the program. We are a day a month for the adults, and they do a service project, and it's a weekday. So over the period, you're going to put in 10 days of time and a service project. A lot of the service projects get done now electronically. The people are doing everything on Google Docs, and so that's somewhat changed, but they get to work with the not-for-profit, learn how a not-for-profit works, what their needs are, and provide some real value to them. We did a study a couple of years ago, Lee, and the value that we've given back to the community over these years is about $20 million of service.
Amazing. In 33 years. Congratulations
Thank you very much.
on what you both do. And
Yeah,
best of luck in Washington. David Schlaudecker, Marla Kumor from St. Ursula Academy. Thanks very much.
Lee.
Come back in just a minute. Take 3 straight ahead.